Hey YouTube, Kiraqualia here, bringing you guys another one of my Cardfight Vanguard market price watches. This price watch is for the end of December 2016. I'm going through quite a few amount of cards. Most of these are affected mostly on the technical booster and various other amounts of support that recently came out. So let's go ahead and get started. First up we have on here for the Gen Rare, Great Villain Dirty Picaro. This was actually a $12 to $13 card, and now we see it up in the $25 market range. It really spiked up. It is, a lot of hype, and Spike Brothers have, actually topped a few ARG events from what I've seen. So I think it's actually cool that the deck is doing well, meaning everything for the deck is spiking up. So if you have the deck, good for you. Like I said, the median was 17, but there's only 2 people listing this card at the moment. So if you have Dirty Picaros, good for you. Definitely a very good card in the deck. It helps from your heavy minuses early game with the shuffle back ability from your units. Up next, we have Wink Killer Misery adding on to the Spike Brothers. We have the boost cards for units. This one's hitting $20. It was a double rare, the technical booster 1. It was a little more difficult than other clones to get. I call them amber clones, just like the Gear Chronicle one where you boost and get an effect. But it is very needed for the deck because it helps with so many of your combo plays, being able to put cards in the soul and then also being able to call a unit, and then it also gives plus 5,000 power to that unit, which is also needed in case your opponent gets triggers. It was at a $20 market range, and I actually saw it at 25 earlier in the week. It's at 20 now, so it steadily decreased, but I still think it'll keep this price with the hype still being a thing, so keep your eye out for these if you see any. Finally, to finish up the Spike Brothers, we have Kissmark Alma, the Perfect Guard. I see one for $15, and the rest are sitting at $20, which is crazy. I've never seen prices for Spike Brothers like this before, but it just adds up to the total value of the deck so much. Rising Nova isn't on this video because he's already been sitting at 18 to 20, and he's still sticking around there. But we have cards, like you have to run 4 of each, and each one's $20. That means that's $240 for the deck alone with just 12 cards, and not counting any cards for the Stride Zone yet. So we're looking at, at least a $300 deck for Spike Brothers, which in my opinion is just, astronomically expensive. But also I blame it also on the fact that Technical Booster is very difficult to get your hands on now. I think Technical Booster 1, Reckless Rampage, is out of print now, making all 3 of the decks, Tachikaze, Spike Brothers, and Nubatama, difficult to get. Going on, we have Flower Garden Maiden Mylis. This is a $15 card now. With this card, it is definitely needed for Asha. It's power and draw, so I see a lot of crits like this. There's only 3 on here right now, so if more get posted, I'm sure it'll go down in price. And we do have a reprint in the character booster coming up. I don't know how difficult of a reprint it'll be to get, but for all the people that want to build Asha, especially with the trial decks coming out, I can see this card keeping its price just because, like I said, it's a guaranteed need of 4 for the deck. Bladewing Reiji, moving on to Revival Collection talk. This card was originally $15. I see it now at $5, $6 range. It's dropping because it is in the Revival Collection. It's a double rare. You get 7 double rares per box, which means it should be pretty easy to get most of all. We haven't seen this card since set 7, so we needed a definite reprint for all the people that want to build Reijis. I see increased prices on Tybalt, all the other cards for the deck, but yeah, if you had Reijis and got rid of them while they were higher, very nice. It'll stay at this price. I think the actual Revival Collection one will be cheaper, maybe like a $2 to $3 range, so if you want to grab those, should be a little easier, at least if you want to build the deck. And now for the crazy one, we have Drag Driver Luard. All the Shadow Paladin support from Divine Dragon Caper has just shot up in price. Luard was sitting at 20 to 25, now it's $40, and there's a good amount of them for that price on here. I don't know how. Some people would probably want to run 2 to 3 at least Luard in the deck. That's 120 right there. It's just crazy how this card jumped. We haven't even had any Bushy Road tournaments yet. With this deck topping, it's just complete hype and people wanting to build the deck, having to get the card. And it's probably the most expensive card besides Morfessa in the deck. So yeah, if you got them when they were 20 to 25, cool. I would wait till this card drops in price though before you try picking up any more of this card. Another one that actually really surprised me is Dark Dragon Plotmaker Dragon. I saw this card originally at $5. Now I see it at $17 for a G Guardian. This is probably the most expensive G Guardian I've ever seen. Even the Gen Rare Overlord one that we got back in set 7 at most for the original normal Gen Rare version was $13, and this is a double rare for $17. It's just crazy how these Shadow Paladin prices, and there is only like one Shadow Paladin price, which is like normal, which is Raging Form Raid Raptor Dragon, and Rap Dragon, my bad. And even then, the rest of the generic support is all expensive. It's definitely in the double, dollar range for all 4 of the other Hollow Shadow Paladin cards in the set. And you definitely want to run at least 3 of this card in a deck, and you're looking at $17, which it jumped, very quickly in just a few days. So crazy there. Lastly, on the Shadow Paladin support, we have Drag Saber SRAS. This card's stuck around the $10 range. It hasn't shifted at all, and I don't think it will anytime soon. It's a good card, definitely for the deck, but people have Karma Collector. They have options for Perfect Guards, so if you can't get these, you're definitely safe with other options to play. Karma Collector on flips damage. It's just as good. This is just a save from the Drop Zone card, which is why people really like it. Now on to Narukami support. Voltage Horde Dragons. I've seen a lot of stuff in the Narukami Thunder Strike deck. Drop in price, a little, subtly. But Voltage Horde Dragon, there's actually just, a few on here until they reach $20 mark. So if you get these last 2 $10 ones, you'll be at $20. But Voltage Horde Dragon, definitely needed for the deck. It's a guaranteed bind, so and it's also generic for Narukami support. Another big thing about Narukami is their G Guardians require Thunderstrike, so if you're going to run something generic in a deck, Voltage Horn helps, just because in the sense that it'll help retire, and it also will give you G Guardian access, so definite need there. All the Musketeer support has actually also been going up in price. Rebecca is sitting at $10, I think. We'll check real quick. Cecilia, yeah, it's at that. There are a few on here for $10, but I saw it at $20. The Stride has also gone up. The hype for the character booster Musketeer support is crazy. But hype is always crazy for this game. So a little support gets announced, and you can see prices just really go up. Winding down, just finishing up that support, we have the Red Rose Musketeer Antonio. He was a $4 card. Rose a little. I think people just, like I said before, for SRAS, you have Perfect Guard support, so you don't necessarily have to go on this. Especially with Musketeers calling, you don't really want to call Antonio, so you can run normal Perfect Guards if you want to. And to wrap up with the Revival Collection talk earlier, Binoculus Tiger, which was a $15 card, is now down to $7. Like I said, Revival Collection is going to lower the price of a lot of cards, and until we see what the ratios are, that'll decide what the prices for those cards will be as well. But yeah, that's it for this Cardfight Vanguard price watch. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of these segments. I love doing them for you guys. I love seeing the different prices of cards. And I'll catch you guys next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And Kiraqualia2's.